If you're someone who's wondering, what does a business analyst do all day? I'm going to let you know exactly what they do for software implementation projects. Business analysts are on the hook to document all the business requirements, and they're going to do this in a number of ways. They're going to have workshops and one-on-one interviews with subject matter experts to determine and write down what does this business process look like. Remember that everything in finance, customer service, human resources, operations, these are all areas that use solutions and software, and therefore they have their own business requirements, and each organization is different. You might have some common industry requirements, but ultimately everyone operates in a different way. That's what makes each business unique. Secondly, business analysts are going to work with the project team and project managers to identify any risks and issues, actions, and decisions required. They do this by having those one-on-one sessions, by managing requirements throughout the software implementation project. They're going to be identifying what's at risk of not being delivered, and then they have to work with project management, consultants, subject matter experts, all the roles of the project to make sure that if there is a gap on a requirement, oftentimes we call this fit gap analysis, that there's still a way for the business to do what it needs to do. So it's important that the business analyst delivers that fit gap analysis, and at the same time, they're going to be working with project management and the team to identify risk, issues, actions, and decisions required. Okay? Another thing that business analysts really should be doing once they get past the requirements gathering phase and the design phases, they really then have to start and turn their attention to the business folk. Yes, they're going to work with technology team members on system integration testing because they want to be really clear, does anything upstream not fit this new software solution? Does anything downstream break or no longer work the same way as a result of the software solution? So they're going to work on test materials and overview and seeing that through. More importantly, and the thing that often takes more time, is your business analysts are going to be working with business folk to prepare for user acceptance testing. Now, this takes a lot of time, particularly if your organization isn't really used to working on software implementation projects. But you're going to be going through the motions of documenting a test plan, coming up with test scenarios, test scripts, and test cases. Business analysts, if you don't have a test manager, they're going to be working on how do I report progress for testing. Also, the business analyst is going to help with some of the basic things like getting users access and really just being that go-to person when it comes to the user acceptance test phase. And then lastly, your business analyst is really going to have to help you transition from a project stance into a business as usual stance. And whether that's documenting training materials if you don't have a professional trainer or similar things, they're going to help make that transition smooth so that you can now operationalize your new solution. That's it, guys. There's probably more, but that's all for now.